Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Japanese TV. We have had a lot going on the past few weeks. Venetia and I both actually got COVID for the first time a few weeks ago. We had to stay inside our hotel and quarantine for about a week, so that wasn't fun. On top of that, we just got hit by a typhoon this past weekend, so the whole base was on lockdown for that. We stocked up on food and water and hunkered down in the hotel until we got the all clear that the storm had passed. As you can see, we are still stuck in the hotel. We've been busy searching for apartments for the past few weeks. This past week, we finally found one that's a good fit. We are super excited to move in. We just have to finalize some last details before we can do that. For today's episode, I want to talk about one of the best things about being in Japan and on the island so far, which is the food. Since we only have this small kitchenette in our hotel room, we've been eating out a lot lately, and there is no shortage of good restaurants nearby. As far as payment goes, Okinawa is in general very cash-based, so it's been good to have some yen on hand whenever we go out. But most places that we've visited do accept credit cards as well. The first restaurant we went to when we got on the island was an izakaya. It's a quick sit-down place for small plates and drinks, similar to a bar or a pub. Here we got to try horse sashimi for the first time. It was actually pretty good. We also had Goya, or bitter melon, which is a staple here in Okinawa, so much so that there is a day dedicated to it, which is May 8th. That first week, we also went to the mall a few times. The mall is huge and has a super cool aquarium right at the entrance. We had some delicious ramen the first time, and then came back to try good old McDonald's. We tried a Hawaiian-inspired burger with barbecue sauce, jalapeno mayo, and a hash brown. Also, the chicken nuggets were way better than they are in the US. And one of my favorite drinks here that isn't very common in the States is melon soda. We went to a soba place where I had yakisoba with pork belly. One of our favorite places has been yakiniku. You get a mesh grill in the middle of the table and order all sorts of beef and pork, mushrooms, and veggies to cook on the grill. To top off the Japanese places we've been to, conveyor belt sushi was also very good. One of my favorite parts about eating in Japan so far is just how automated everything is. Many of the places we've gone have had a tablet for ordering, and then you pay up front at the end. It makes the ordering process much simpler. This soba place we went to had a simple ticket machine for ordering what you want. As someone who works in the field of automation, I love to see it. Also, the convenience stores are awesome, and you can get some pretty good hot food and snacks for a quick meal. In a previous video, I mentioned our trip to Naha, which is the capital of Okinawa. While we were there, we walked through a covered market that has tons of places to shop for souvenirs, trinkets, clothing, jewelry, alcohol, you name it. At every liquor store we've seen, they sell habushu, which is a drink made in Okinawa. It is a distilled rice spirit that they put a whole venomous snake into. Luckily, the alcohol negates the venom, but it's still not something that we jumped at the chance to try. We will someday soon, I'm sure. In addition to shopping, there were lots of restaurants, bars, and cafes around, like this one that we saw tucked in the dark alleyway. It was super picturesque. While in Naha, we had shabu shabu. We got all sorts of meats and veggies and mushrooms, and similar to Chinese hot pot, everything gets cooked in a delicious broth right in the middle of the table. Besides Japanese food, we've had a lot of other types of food as well. We went to an Indian restaurant, which was good, but certainly not as good as what we've had back home. We went to a Vietnamese place for some tasty pho. We've had pizza at a few different places, which has been a bit hit or miss. We ate at a place called Pizza in the Sky, which was a small restaurant on the hillside that was styled like a traditional Japanese home, and it had an absolutely amazing view. We've also hit up a few good breakfast spots, including Happy Bowls, which is an acai bowl place that's right next to the beach. We've experienced a little bit of the nightlife here. We saw some live music, where I shamelessly tried to get a sub in for the drummer. I was unsuccessful, but I'll keep trying. We got to pet a little bar dog. One bar knew to take care of their designated drivers, as the BAC limit in Japan is only 0.03% as opposed to 0.08% in the US. And one bar even did some cool flaming banana shots. Of course, you can't forget dessert, and one of the best places we've found so far is Blue Seal Ice Cream. We are excited to move into our new place and continue the adventure. Now that we are officially settling in, Venetia will be starting seeing patients soon, and I'll be starting work in the coming weeks. Besides getting COVID, it has been an absolutely amazing experience living in Japan so far, and we can't wait to share more of our experiences with you as we go. Until next time, mite kurete arigato, and I'll see you in the next video.